They said he was too small. Too small to dominate the Cruiserweight division. Too small to defeat Anthony Joshua. Too small to challenge Tyson Fury. But this quiet kid from Ukraine would prove the entire boxing world wrong. From Olympic gold to becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. I'll be hiding a few gloves throughout the video. Try to find all the hidden gloves. When people talk about the greatest boxers of this generation, one name stands above almost everyone else: Oleksandr Usyk, a fighter known for his incredible footwork, relentless stamina, and unmatched boxing IQ. But long before he became a world champion and one of the most feared men in boxing, Usyk was just a young boy growing up in Ukraine with big dreams and very little certainty about what the future would hold. This is the story of how a kid from a small Ukrainian city fought his way to the top of the boxing world. Oleksandr Usyk was born on January 17, 1987, in the city of Simferopol. His family was not wealthy. Like many families in the region, they worked hard simply to make ends meet. Growing up, Usyk wasn't immediately focused on boxing. In fact, his first love was football. As a child, he spent countless hours playing with friends and dreaming of becoming a professional football player. He had energy, determination, and a competitive spirit, but there was one problem. His family couldn't always afford the costs associated with organized sports. Eventually, Usyk began exploring other athletic opportunities. At the age of around 15, he was introduced to boxing. What started as curiosity quickly turned into passion. The sport challenged him in ways football never had. Every training session demanded discipline, sacrifice, and mental toughness. Unlike some future champions who dominate from the beginning, Usyk's rise was gradual. He wasn't viewed as a once-in-a-generation prodigy. Instead, he developed through relentless hard work. While other teenagers spent their evenings relaxing, Usyk was running miles, practicing combinations, and improving his conditioning. His coaches quickly noticed something special. He possessed exceptional movement for a young fighter. He wasn't just strong, he was smart. He could adapt, analyze opponents, and make adjustments during fights. These skills would later become the foundation of his professional success. As the years passed, Usyk climbed through the amateur ranks. He competed in national tournaments and began making a name for himself across Ukraine. Every victory brought new opportunities, but every defeat taught valuable lessons. The breakthrough came when he started representing Ukraine in international competitions. Facing elite fighters from around the world, Usyk continued improving. His confidence grew with every challenge. One of the most important moments of his amateur career arrived at the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. Although he didn't win a medal, the experience exposed him to the highest level of amateur boxing. Instead of being discouraged, he returned to training more motivated than ever. Over the next 4 years, Usyk transformed himself into one of the best amateur boxers on the planet. His movement became smoother. His defense became sharper. His endurance reached extraordinary levels. Then came the moment that changed everything. At the 2012 Olympic Games in London, Usyk delivered the performance of a lifetime. Fighting in the heavyweight division, he defeated a series of elite opponents and advanced all the way to the gold medal match. The pressure was enormous. Millions were watching. For many athletes, this would be the defining moment of their careers. Usyk embraced it. In the final, he showcased his incredible skills and earned the Olympic gold medal. As the Ukrainian flag was raised and the national anthem played, Usyk stood proudly on top of the podium. Years of sacrifice had finally paid off. For many fighters, winning Olympic gold is the ultimate achievement. For Usyk, it was only the beginning. In 2013, he made the decision to turn professional. The transition from amateur boxing to professional ranks can be difficult. Professional fights are longer, tougher, and often more physical. Many successful amateurs struggle to adapt. Usyk did not. From his very first professional fights, he looked different. His footwork confused opponents. His speed overwhelmed larger fighters. Most importantly, he maintained the same discipline that had carried him through his amateur career. Victory after victory followed. Within just a few years, Usyk had become one of the top cruiserweights in the world. The cruiserweight division, limited to 200 pounds, featured many dangerous champions, but Usyk seemed determined to conquer them all. His biggest opportunity arrived during the World Boxing Super Series tournament. The tournament was designed to determine the undisputed king of the cruiserweight division by matching the best fighters against one another. It was exactly the challenge Usyk wanted. In 2017, he traveled to Germany to face Marco Huck. Fighting in front of a hostile crowd, Usyk dominated and stopped Huck in spectacular fashion. Next came Maurice Breedis, one of the toughest opponents of his career. The fight was competitive and physically demanding, but Usyk's superior movement and conditioning helped him secure a hard-earned victory. Then came the final against Murat Gassiev in Moscow. Many believed Gassiev's power would be too much. Instead, Usyk produced a boxing masterclass. For 12 rounds, he controlled the fight with precision, speed, and intelligence. By the final bell, he had become the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, holding all 4 major world titles simultaneously. It was one of the greatest achievements in modern boxing history. Yet, Usyk wasn't satisfied. There was another mountain to climb, the heavyweight division. For years, critics questioned whether a former cruiserweight could compete against giants weighing 240 or even 270 pounds. Heavyweight boxing is filled with devastating punchers capable of ending fights with a single shot. Usyk welcomed the challenge. After several heavyweight victories, he earned a title shot against Anthony Joshua in 2021. Few experts gave him much chance. Joshua was bigger, stronger, and a reigning heavyweight champion. But size alone doesn't win boxing matches. Throughout the fight, Usyk's movement, timing, and ring intelligence frustrated Joshua. Round after round, he outboxed the champion and secured a unanimous decision victory. The boxing world was stunned. Oleksandr Usyk was now a heavyweight world champion. In 2022, the two men met again in a highly anticipated rematch. Joshua entered determined to reclaim his titles. The fight was even more competitive than the first encounter. Joshua had made adjustments and enjoyed moments of success, but once again Usyk demonstrated why he was special. When the final bell rang, he retained his championships and further cemented his legacy. Outside the ring, however, Ukraine was facing one of the most difficult periods in its modern history. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Usyk returned home and joined territorial defense efforts before eventually resuming his boxing career. Throughout this period, he became a symbol of resilience for many Ukrainians around the world. Then came the fight boxing fans had wanted for years, the showdown with Tyson Fury. Fury was undefeated, massive in size, and considered by many the best heavyweight in the world. The winner would become the first undisputed heavyweight champion of the four-belt era. The stakes could not have been higher. In May 2024, the two champions finally collided. The fight delivered everything fans hoped for. Fury enjoyed success in several rounds, using his size and experience. But Usyk never stopped pressing forward. In the 9th round, he produced one of the defining moments of his career, badly hurting Fury and nearly ending the fight. After 12 dramatic rounds, The judges awarded Usyk the victory. History had been made. Oleksandr Usyk became the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The achievement completed one of the greatest boxing journeys ever seen. Olympic gold medalist, undisputed cruiserweight champion, undisputed heavyweight champion. Very few fighters in history can claim accomplishments on that level. What makes Usyk truly unique isn't just the championships or the victories. It's the way he achieved them. He wasn't the biggest fighter. He wasn't the strongest puncher. He didn't rely on intimidation. Instead, he relied on discipline, intelligence, preparation, and an unwavering belief in himself. From a young boy kicking a football in Simferopol to standing on top of the boxing world, Usyk's story proves that greatness is not determined by where you start. It's determined by how far you're willing to go when everyone else doubts you. And that's exactly why Oleksandr Usyk will be remembered as one of the greatest fighters of all time.